All right, we're going to do our first test, and all we're going to do is simply add some oil to our crankcase, about 2 tablespoons full, maybe 3, just enough to make sure that we've got plenty of oil to lubricate our bearings, and to do so while it's running. So we've put a standard everyday type of oil in there. And what we're going to do at this stage of the game is we're going to set a pattern for what that oil might do under a given set of circumstances. So we have to establish some data to begin with to find out how the oil tests. Now I'm going to start the machine to running, and I'm going to be very quiet, and I want you to listen to the sounds as these bearing surfaces come in contact with each other. And I want you to watch these scales, and you'll be able to tell without doubt when the oil begins to fail. All right. Surely nobody would question that we have a problem. And I'll clean this off, and if you can get a close-up of that, you'll see that a considerable amount of damage has been done to that bearing surface. What I'm going to do is add some of our product to it. We've got a bad bearing. We've damaged it. I'm going to add some of our power curve. Which one? Oh, here it is. So, are you ready? What I'm going to do next is I'm going to add some of our Power Curve XP12, which is a metal conditioner, not an oil conditioner. And I'm going to add a little bit of that to this pool of oil that's already in there. Now, I have not altered the surface of that damaged bearing in any way whatsoever. It's exactly as we had it before. You remember what the sounds were like, and so we'll go back and put this into play, turn it on. I'm going to let the machine run for a moment to mix the Power Curve product in with the oil, give that a chance to get stirred up and homogenized, if you please, and then we'll go back and start to run the test again. Listen to the sounds, still very rough. We're waiting to build up a little heat and friction because our product likes heat. It's attracted to heat. I hope that you can tell that it's getting quieter and smoother. Pay attention to the numbers on the scale. I'm not sure what the numbers are, but probably about 15. All right, I'm going to back off for a second, shut the machine down. You could recognize that the bearing got quieter, the surfaces got quieter. If you can see the bearing clearly through here, let me move it slowly so maybe we can get a really good picture of it. You will see that there's been no additional damage done to that bearing. And not only that, if I feel of it with my finger as I'm doing now, if you were here you could feel, but the bearing surface now is perfectly smooth. It's been polished and reconditioned, so to speak. And so we have a nice clean, no ragged edges. And we do this by penetrating the metal, smoothing out the pores and so forth. Now that's an extreme and probably not even a logical way to run the test, but I did that for a particular reason, and I wanted you to show to show you what the ability of it to overcome really rough conditions are.